Hey everyone, I'm outside City University London and I'm going to be doing a tour of the university. I'm going to try getting as many places as possible. For those of you who are coming to this university for the first time, of course you would like to know what it looks like, and I'm going to show you wherever I can show you around the university. It is early September, so people are doing a lot of preparation to get started for the new school year. So I'm going to show you around and let's see what we can find. Okay, so let's start this tour off with the Tait building, which is this one over here, and it is connected to these buildings following over here as well. I'm going to show you the entrance because there are two entrances, and because today is staff development day, a lot of other entrances are closed, so I will still be showing you. So the first entrance is through this way, which I'll be showing you afterwards, but let me just go through to this side first, just to show you the entrance on the other side, so students are aware and other staff are aware of the entrance to the Tait building. Okay, so it's not this entrance over here. It's, I think that is a exit point. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so from the main street. There's a bus stop here that goes to, I think you can take the train station from the bus stop. I think it leads to the train station, but okay, so here is the main entrance to the Tait building. So if you are a student and you have a card, then you will be required to tap your card in here and the door will open up. Since I don't have a card and since I can't get through this entrance, I will enter through the other entrance and show you from this point where everything is. So for the other exit, I'm going to go down the steps, and instead of going this way, I am going to take a right turn and go here. This is also a residential area, so as you can see there are a lot of houses around, and here you will find another entrance. I think this is the city site eye clinic entrance, so this is not the entrance to the Tait building, the other side of it. Okay, this is another student entrance. As of today, the doors do not open today because of staff development day, so they'll be opening tomorrow. And this is the main university entrance. This is one of the ones, and the other main one to go through is there isn't this one. Okay. This is a city site entrance. Main Tait building entrances on this side over here. So, okay, so the main Tait building entrance is just up ahead. Don't worry, afterwards I'll be showing you the perimeter. And then you have the rest of the Northampton Square area. That is where I came from. So I'll be going through this entrance over here, Again, these are automatic doors that are closed today. They're out of service. So I'll be taking the side entrance over here to go in through here. Okay. So a lot of sites are closed today. This is the cafeteria area. They haven't, oh, actually it's the city cafe. They haven't opened yet. I think they will open this for the students. Today is for staff. Okay, so this is the main area here. As you can see, they're doing the stuff today. I will come around this area afterwards to show you in depth. But first off, I'm going to take a look upstairs. And this is the main point between the two buildings, which I'll show you afterwards. The Tait building is on the left side, which is the part I want to show you first before moving on to the other sides. So flickering light over there. And we will be going through this point afterwards. So let's go through the Tait building first. Okay, so this is the cafe, which they put flowers on the sign, but excuse me, is this closed?
Yeah.
Okay, do you mind if I just come in and just get a video? Quick? Right, fair enough. Right, no worries. Okay, so he didn't let me go through because it was closed, so. Okay, so this is the main Tait building. Very quiet. Since the student open day hasn't happened yet. Okay, so I'm going to show you the other entrance for the moment. Okay, so we are now on the other side. So once you have tapped your card and you come in here, you'll see that there's three ways you can go. So the first way is over here. I've never really been here, so I don't know exactly what it is, and the door is shut. If you would like to enter, there's the same card swipe over there. Just put your card in there. But this is what it looks like inside. I think it is a student, like a common room maybe, for students to just hang out and, you know, just have some fun. So aside that, you have this part over here, which again, I don't have a card, but this leads to a set of staircases that then go to the classrooms upstairs. I think the other door is open, so I will show you the back part. Okay, so you go up the stairs. Right on the left over here where you see the shutter down, this is the Tait building reception. And if you do have any queries with regards to anything, then these are the best people to ask. Okay, then on the right side, there is a cafe, and there's another place for students to buy their food from. Just get a better spot so I can show you. There are people eating here. Okay, so this is where you can get your food from over here. So that is an exit point where you can go to the garden. I'll show you outside after if I can. Okay, this part over here leads to the student union's office. So if you have any questions regarding that, then you can come over here. So now I'm going to exit this cafeteria over here. Okay, so this is just another area for students to sit. Okay, so on the left side over here, you will have access to the multi-faith room. Let me just take a look if the door is open. Probably isn't. Oh, yes it is. Okay, so this is the multi-faith room over here, where I'm guessing they hold their religious events. There's a TV here, and they also have tables and seats for any guests to sit, or if anyone needs to sit down for their faithful time. Okay. Not exactly sure what is over here. Okay, this is just another room for students to go to. I'm not exactly sure where, or maybe that's the office for staff. Okay, that's the student unions. Okay. So this is the female prayer room for female Muslims. And in case you want to know what's written on the door, so I think they change every year, but there are Friday prayers that occur here. As for the men's one, it's over here. And if we do have access, let's just take a look inside. Okay, so this is actually what the prayer room looks like. So this is the area for cleansing yourself, and these are the shoe racks over here, and this is what the prayer room actually looks like. So you can see they have all the religious books over there. You can put your bags there, and this is where they hold all the Friday prayers for the men. And I haven't been to the women's one, but I am assuming it is the same over there as well. So it's a nice prayer room. I've used this many times. Okay, so just exiting out. Okay. So when it comes to the study space, this is where the students go to. So let me show you around here. So you have a set of computers here. Okay, this is another place for students to work, have a wide set of tables, and it's just a nice way for students to get together and study. I think these are the toilets for female. This is the quiet study area. So as you can see, they have computers here in a nice quiet area. And this is the disabled toilets. Okay, so just over here, as you can see, students are studying. Okay, so computers here as well. You also have lockers in case you need to put anything in them. Just keep them safe. I think you have to maybe ask them for, okay, ask them for access to these lockers. Okay, so this is and we end up back over here. So that's the back part. You have access to a vending machine over there, and you have access to more lockers here. I will come to this part afterwards. This is the part that leads to all the classrooms upstairs, and I think downstairs as well. Yep, there's a staircase going down, but I'll come to that afterwards. I want to go to this main area over here. This is where the lectures happen. I want to show you inside the lecture room if it is open, so that you can see. This is the main lecture theatre for the Tait building. Okay. So this is where the main lectures happen in this building. If you are an engineering student, you most likely will come here for some of your engineering lectures. Let me just show you around because it is quite a big lecture room. Maybe not as big as other university buildings ones, but this is of course where the lecturers stand, and this is where they read their presentation from. With regards to the seats, if you would like to sit down, it mainly is you pop it down here, you take a seat there. Okay, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so that you get a better angle. There we are. So you can see, and let me just take a look at the top to bottom, just so you can see. There are also doors that you can enter from the back in case you are late to the lecture. There's one here, and there is also another one on that side over there, but they all lead from the same point, and I'll show you from the back. But this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's quite a large lecture theatre, and I think, not exactly sure, but I think that is where there might be some other people who sit, other set of staff. Rather, that is where they get the projection from to go to this. Okay, so let me now show you how to get into this lecture theatre from the back. So let's go through this way first. And eventually this will lead to the staircase which I showed you earlier. Okay. So by the way, this is also another thing that you have to do. When you come into the lecture so that they can check your attendance, you tap your card there and it will let the system know that you have attended the lecture. So let me now exit from here. The Tait building is very large, and there are many points to get through, and you can get lost. I have been lost as well in this building, but you'll just find your way through as you continue to attend more classes and look for new ways to enter the university and go to other places where you would like to study or meet other people, etc. So this is not this one. That is actually what leads to the little door, the little part of the lecture theatre at the back that I was just showing you. I've never really been there. Okay, and this is the other entrance. This is the other exit, rather. Okay, so now if I go down and leave the lecture theatre from this side, I will show you the other part of the Tait building. Because I don't have a card, I do actually lack access to many parts of the building, but again, I will show you as much as I can. Okay, in case the door's shut, there is a little button here. You just press it and it'll open the door. Okay, so we came in from the left side, and I'm going to show you what is on the right side over here. Okay, so this is, I've never utilized this space before. I've never spoken to the staff here, and this is also the corporate relations and employability unit, the meeting room. I'm guessing that's mainly for staff. If you would like access to this room over here, so I'm guessing this is a presentation room for students who would like to use it. Again, I've never used it. Okay, so there's 3 ways we can go. You can also take the elevator downstairs. It's for students who want to take the stairs. If you want access to the other area here, you just tap your card there. And this is for the School of Science and Technology Engineering, and this will lead to the rooms where most of the lecturers are, and maybe even your personal tutor when you get assigned one. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look downstairs. Okay, so CG means C is the letter assigned to the Tait building, and this is G is ground floor. So this leads to rooms 2 to 14. And again, this is where there are the rooms for a lot of other lecturers. Let me see if I can go through. Okay. Okay, so this is the staff and PhD student school hub. So unless you are a staff or PhD, you will not get access to that. This is an example of what one of the rooms for the lecturers looks like. So if you do have any queries regarding anything to do with the lectures, then you can come over here and speak to the lecturers themselves. Okay. Okay, so access to this part over here, and on the right side are all the lecturers. This is where their offices are. And when you do get your timetable and you do see the lecturers, if you are doing engineering like I did, then you can speak with them regarding anything. This is for men and women, the toilets. And I have not really been this far, but okay, so now with regards to these staircases, you'll see that across the building, there are many staircases that look like this, and it can get quite misleading. So if you go upstairs, it will lead to the other part, the other way that I came in from. It's just a connector, but I will show you. Actually, well, what do you know? It leads over here, to this part over here. So let me now go back down those steps and show you the other side. In fact, if you would like to go downstairs, it'll connect to the other place. So let's go take a look downstairs and see what we find here. Okay, so this leads to the labs, which I'm not sure I will have access to. So let's take a look at the buildings over here. Okay. Okay, so you have this building right over here. Yeah, do you mind if I go through?
This is the lab.
Oh, that's the lab, all right. To go upstairs, is there a way to go upstairs? It's through here? Okay, sure, thanks. Okay, so that is access to the labs. So I guess you would only come down these steps if you are using the labs over here. So these staircases are just for that over here. Okay, so student card over here for this is now, you see it says LG, this is lower ground. So this is rooms 53, 54 and 55. I won't have access to them, but that will lead through over there. Okay, if you do have, this is another way to exit over here. So if I press this, it will take me outside, but I do not want to go there. This is just in case you want to leave through there. Okay, so with regards to this side now, is going to be more rooms. So again, this is access to the other set of rooms. So these are just more lecturer rooms. So if you have any queries regarding anything. That's right. You can go here. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what this room is over here. This is staff and PhD. Okay, this is the same room, but the other side. So let's take a look over here, what it is. Okay, so this is just the other side. This is just the other side over here. The same PhD and staff room on the right, and on the left side is just more lecturers' rooms. So from this point, you just press over here, open the doors. Okay, so this will lead now towards, as you can see, this is around the beginning, this is the other entrance on the way to the original Tait building entrance. This is where it leads to. Okay, so this, not exactly sure what this is, and if you would like to go there, then there's a card. Okay. These are men and women, and that's the disabled. In case you would like to know what the disabled toilet looks like, this is what it looks like over there. So they are quite spacious and they are quite clean. So okay, another entrance for students if you do have a card. And I think this leads to that room in the beginning that I was talking about. Okay, so let's go downstairs first and let's see where this leads. I'm assuming this has to do something with the cooking. Okay, yes. This is the lab.
Yeah, the name of the city back. Yeah, everyone.
So I can only enter here if I have a card again. So this must be the other entrance to the labs that that other person was talking to me about. So, and over there, I think there were people over here. I think this is the kitchen area. So let's take a look upstairs and see what we find. Okay, so then you end up over here. Don't worry if you feel like you're lost. It will all come connecting in the end. So let's actually take a look on the left side or right side over here and see what this is. Okay, so this is the entrance to from the other side of the cafe that I was in earlier. So you'll see that it just leads over here. So we'll just leave this place and go back down. Okay, so mainly if you look, the staircases just connect from one side of the building to the other, so you wouldn't feel lost. Okay, so we came from the left side, so you've seen what the left side has. I'll show you the upstairs afterwards, and the last part left is the labs that I was going to show you downstairs. Okay. So let's go downstairs. And as you saw, they're all connected from the back part. So now let's take a look downstairs. So again, if you are an engineering student, this is one of the main labs that you will use to do all the lab work, electronics, etc. Okay, so I don't have access to the card slot. This is an elevator that will just go upstairs. Okay. So let's take a look at this place first. We'll go to the right afterwards. So this will just lead to more labs. And if in the first year of your engineering, I'm not sure if the syllabus is the same. In fact, need a card to access this. No, you're good. Okay, so if you are in your first year, you will be doing a lot, basically all the engineering. So this is where they do the design stuff, but this is all the industrial side. So there are actually staff here that actually work for companies, I think, and of course other companies come here and they speak to the staff at City for any industrial work, and this is why you can see that there is a lot of equipment here regarding industry standard stuff. Okay. Okay, so let's take our right here first. So if you, as you can see from the monitors, I think they do lessons here, but I'm not exactly sure where they do it. Excuse me. Do they still do design lectures here?
Sorry?
Do they still do design engineering lectures here?
I don't know.
So then you have access to all this other stuff over here. Okay, I don't think students ever utilize this. Okay, you need a card to enter, and I don't have one. Actually, there is this. Okay, so check both doors before you go through any. So again, these are just more labs. This is still the Tait building. These are just more labs. And this is actually the lab straight ahead is actually the one that I used to come to when I was doing my final year project. So I'm not exactly sure what this is. I think this is an exit. See, even I get lost sometimes. And okay, so this is actually another lab. So you can see that this all leads to some other parts of the university. Actually, this is just the other side, which I'll show you. It's all the same parts. So you can see that this university works on a lot of different projects for other companies. Okay, again, more labs. That is where we just came through earlier. And these are doors to other labs. So you have this one here, working on different stuff over here. So the technical workroom, mechanical workshop. I'm not going to get too involved in any of these areas. I can't even enter there. So unless you're doing your final year project or you are doing PhD, maybe then you'll have access to these rooms. But as a general student, an undergrad student, like myself, I didn't actually come to any of these parts. In fact, I think they were off limits to students. Okay, so you saw that's where we came from. So back down the stairs. Okay. Okay. This is just a multifunctional room. Okay, so that's the rooms. Some of the rooms in here are actually quite small. And this is it, optical sensors lab. And this is the main one that I actually came to when I was doing my final year project. Yep, and if you do have a card, then it will work. If not, then knock on the door. Sometimes in the labs, if you do need access to some of the stuff, you can knock. And a lot of the times there might be someone there. So then you can just ask them to let you in. Okay, so now back on the way out. Okay, so this is just that other lab, another lab over here. And if you want to exit, just press. Okay. They've changed this area up quite a lot. In 2019, when I first came here, all this was quite empty on the left side, as you can see. It was actually empty and it just had tables and desks for other people to work, but now they've made it a design studio. So I'm actually not sure if the design labs happen here anymore. If not, they'll have moved it to somewhere else and they will let you know in your timetable when you do get it. I won't go down that part in this video here. Okay, so now we came up the stairs. We are gonna, and that's the lab. Now we are going to go over here. I think you do need a student card to get through here, but I will enter from the other side and show you where this leads to. So let me go there right now and I'll show you. So I'm going through here. Now if I want to exit down here, there is another exit. Before that, this is the laboratory from inside, which I couldn't get through. So this is what it looks like. I'll try to get the most I can. Just computers over there, and they give you all sorts of wires and stuff. So you're going to be doing electronics, you probably might be spending a lot of time in that room. And this is, I think, another lab as well. Okay, so to exit this, just push over here. Those are women's toilets and those are the disabled toilets. And you come over here. And okay, so from this point, this is now going on to another building. So that's the other side of the Tait building. Or rather, this is now going on to another building. It is not the Tait building anymore. So I will show you this part afterwards. As you can see, it's gotten a lot more visual up here. So this is access to other buildings over there. So this is
I'm waiting with.
This is staff meet up over here. If you do want to exit. Okay, so if you do want to leave this room, then you can go onto the Okay, so that was pretty much all there was to do down there. And if you want to exit that part and go upstairs, this is another entrance you can go to. Okay. Okay, this will lead to the quieter part over here. So this is the men's bathroom over there. Okay, this is still the same building. This is the disabled one. And the women's toilet over there. And then this is the student center. So if you do have any queries, then just come over here and ask your questions over there. I think that's the only place you're allowed to stand. Hence why they say one, okay. And this is, if you have any questions regarding ID, then this is where you would go. That entrance is for staff. Okay. So this is the same part over there. Okay, and this will lead to the main part which I was earlier. Now the next part I want to show you is from downstairs. You can also come up these stairs over here. So now the next part I want to show you is the library in this building, which is over here. Now I am actually in between now the Tait and the building on the left. So when you come over here, The library is up over there, and over here is lecture theatre. So I'm not exactly sure what subject they give the lectures for over here, but if you want to enter, you have two entrances. There's this one and that one. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay. It's good, nice. Well, I would say nice, but don't really want to see just that much. So this is, okay, this is, I've never really been here, but this is what this lecture theatre looks like. As you can see, it is a lot smaller than the Oliver Thompson one. And you can see there's quite a few entrances. So there's that part over there if you're late. There's that one over there, which is the other side that you can come from. And I think there's an exit there. So let's take a look, see how all this connects. Okay, so these are just two seats over here. As you can see, that is a Tait building just over there. So we're in between now. And I will show you the other building that it leads to. So if you do want to exit, take a look where this leads. Okay, so it's the same toilet area. So it just leads to the same area which I was in before. But I'm gonna go up and I am going to show you the other way. No point going over the same area twice. Okay, now I've been locked out because you need a student card, so let me go back to the other side. We are now on the other side. Okay, so this will just lead to pretty much the same area as before, I'm guessing. So I don't want to get locked out, so I'm not going to go down there. Okay, so you have the two seats there again. And then you have the other side. The lift over here, that goes downstairs. Then you find yourself here again. So before the library, there is this lecture theatre if you want to go over there. Now let's take a quick look at the library. Okay. So the library help desk is over here. You turn over here. That is the help. That's the help desk over there, and that also leads to upstairs. But over here, you have the first floor of the library. As you can see, this is what it looks like. Let me just quickly show you around. So you also have these sort of study circles over here that students use to put their laptops and just do revision over there. Or if you want more of a group study, then you can go over here. Okay, so these computers only really work if you're an active student and you have a login for your if you have a login, because when you sign up to the university, they'll give you access to the computers. Okay, so this is the vending machine for the library. Okay, so if you do want to do any sort of printing or what, so students are given a certain number of credit, and I think you have to buy the credits, but if you do want to print anything out, you go over to a printer and look, you can see the sign-in is required, and you swipe your card over there, and all these machines have it. I'm guessing they put this in place so that students don't abuse the printers and just print out however much they want. Okay, so this is okay, so if you do want to use this again, you need a card over here. Okay, and then I'm not exactly sure what this is. Okay, so these are for laptops. If you are borrowing any, then I think you have access to a certain laptop in case you might not have one. Okay, that leads to outside, I think. And then as you can see, these are the different types of buildings, and we are going to go through every one of them to show you around the whole university. Okay, so there's more laptops over here. And now let me exit the library. So if you go forward, and on the left side it goes to upstairs, but I don't have a card, so I don't have access to upstairs. Okay, so the last part I want to show you is actually the staircases that go upstairs in the Tait building. So let me go do that right now. Okay, so this will give you access to the garden which I was talking to you earlier about. So this is my first time being out here, but in case you wanted to have lunch out here and you just wanted a different atmosphere, then you have this garden over here which goes through quite a large portion of the university. I think it goes through pretty much the whole Tait building. Yep. So if you did, and I think you have different areas within the building that, nope, this is the end of it. Okay, so now let's just take a turn around and go back to the Tait building. And I'll show you where I came in from. It'll just lead to the main part of the Tait building, which is over here. You also have access to a game of giant chess if you did want to play. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the Tait building, really. So we've gone through basically the whole part, and yep. So the same set of staircases, you can go through this side it will lead to the same parts over here, and then where the entrance is in the beginning, you will get access from there as well. So the first part we will go upstairs from is through this way over here. When I was an engineering student, I did have lessons in the classrooms upstairs. So we'll come back down to this one, but if you remember the lecture theatre, the back part, when you enter the back through those two back doors, it will lead over there. So this is for the other subjects. If you are doing more biomedical sciences or you're doing nursing, those sort of things. Okay, so these are the rooms for that. As you can see, that's the door that will lead to the lecture theatre. I'll come back to that one. Again, if you are a student, you have access to this printer here. And in case you do get lost, some of these, they will have numbers on them to tell you what room it is. And if you want access to the rooms, you will have a student card, so you can just utilize your student card and gain access to them. Okay, so if you are doing any sort of clinical skills, then this is a place you want to be for any help. Okay, so we have just come from another point. So as you can see, the reason why it's so dark here is this has got to do with more biomedical. So let me go take a look over here, waiting for the lights to turn on. Okay. As you can see, there's more staircases here. So you can pretty much guess now that these staircases will just lead to the other point, the other side of the other set of staircases that we were at. So this is, if you want access to the lockers for this part over here. As you can see, this is a lab. So, and you will need to use your student card to get access to this biology lab, and you have access to more lockers over here. Okay, this is a clinical skills center, so yeah, this is definitely for the healthcare side of things. I've never really been to this part of the building, so I'm not exactly sure where this is, but we'll find our way back around. Card over there to get access to. This is a clinical skills lab. So if you are doing any nursing or, again, any healthcare subjects, then this is the area that you'll most likely be in. And then you come back to this set of classrooms. And this is just the other side of the clinical skills lab center. And this is the bioscience lab. So you will have access to those sort of bits of equipment. Yep. So now these, the other staircases, if you want to go down to exit this place, you would do that. And now we're here to the other side, I think. Okay, access to lockers, quite a lot of lockers. If there's this many lockers, I'm only assuming that each student would have access to one, or there's so many students here that they give access to, you know, different students, but there are quite a lot. Okay, so this is, I think, access. We will go there after, and these are just more rooms over here. Okay, staff only. Okay, so this is, now I think this is the other side that we are in. Okay, these are the classrooms again. And we are back to the beginning area, I think. So let's go to that turn that we were going to take. So we've just gone around in a massive circle. So now let's go over here to that part that I was saying leads to the lecture theatre, the Oliver Thompson lecture theatre. Yep, here we are. So as you can see from the back part, it is all just very much connected. It is daunting at first because there's so much, especially if you're coming from, of course, A levels or college, and then you come to a big place like this, it can get very overwhelming. So I'm going to show you the last part of the Tait building now, which is actually the upstairs, which I need to go to. This was just, okay, there you are. So we were here earlier, as you can see. This is just the other side. Actually, now that I think about it, I do remember coming here when I was slightly late for some of the lectures. I'd come through the back door. Okay, so let's quickly go through here. Just go upstairs. Okay, now actually doesn't matter which staircase I go upstairs from, it will again lead to the same parts. Okay, over here are just more rooms. Okay, so this is another lecture theatre. I think it's a little bit of a smaller one. So now the lecture theatre. They do slightly smaller lecture theatres, I think, for any seminars or things like that. You might have access to what one of these lecture rooms actually looks like. And as you can see, I'm not exactly sure which subjects these are for, so, but let's take a look over here. Okay, so and this just leads outside. You can see that person is cleaning outside, and I think this is it for this part of. Actually, there we are. So look, we ended up at another set of staircases that will go upstairs to the next floor, and again there's just going to be more and more classrooms. So okay, so if you do want to go upstairs, you would have to use the other staircases, but as for now, this is just going to go downstairs to the other part that we were in before. Yep, exactly here. All the way back to the whole clinical skills areas over here. And I think this leads to the same part. Yep, so we are back around the same area. So that's pretty much it for the Tait building. I didn't get to show you all of upstairs. I didn't want to make this video too long, but that's pretty much it for the Tait building. So that's pretty much it for the Tait building. The next part we are going to explore is the Drysdale building, which is right next to the Tait building. So let's move on to the next part. So to begin this part of the video, we are at the library, just right next to the Tait building, and we've discovered the whole left side. We are now going over to the right side. You have access to the toilets, which we went over in the previous part. So now we're now going to the Drysdale. Okay, so this is a lecture theatre. And before we move on ahead, those are the lifts over there, downstairs, and this is, okay, so these are now going to another set of lecture theatres. Yep, you can see there's one over here. This one is quite a small one. Can't really get the back part of it, but it's quite small. And this is also another lecture theatre. Another lift over there. Okay, in case you are lost, so ground floor, M, I'm guessing is, I'm actually not sure, and lower ground is over here. So let's take a look down here quick. Okay, so the lift goes over here. When you come down the stairs, it looks like there's just this small area, but again, leads to another lecture theatre over here. And there is another lecture theatre over there. And if you look over here, window's quite dirty, but this is the Northampton Square area. This is a little park I'll show you around when I get to the perimeter part of the buildings. And yeah, and as you can see in the first part, that is around where I came down the stairs to go to the Tait building. So that's pretty much it for this part down over here. It just seems to be lecture theatres in the B building. Okay, so you'll have access to another lecture theatre over here. Another lecture theatre over here. Before I go over to the Drysdale's building, which is up ahead. So you can see the college building goes to the left over there. The Drysdale is over there, which I'll show you. But before that, let me go upstairs and show you. So, if you would like to know where the student center is, if you have any queries regarding anything to do with students, then you would come over here. They are actually open, so I'll show you what it looks like from inside. So you can see that there are people over here waiting for support. And over here, I think this is for the student health and well-being area. I've never really been here, so that's pretty much it for this part. If you have any queries regarding your card or any other thing, any finances and stuff, then the student center will help you. Just a fire exit over there. Okay, so we just left the student center, and if you are lost, you can take a look at the signs over here. So let's quickly go upstairs. Okay, so on the right side over here, you can see that this is access to the learning enhancement and development. I think they just do skills related stuff, and I'm not actually sure if this is, actually no, this must be for students learning. Yep. So maybe this is for students and staff. Okay, so yep, looks like you have access to the academic team. Okay, so let's see if we have access over here. So you can see over, not in use over here, and I think this is the rooms where they do their sort of stuff, the team sessions and whatnot. So let's leave this room. Just let me show you quickly here. So this is pretty much it. And I think these are for appointments. Yep, I don't have access to over there. But that's pretty much it for this area. Okay, and this is just a fire exit. Okay. So the next part we're going to go to is the Northampton Suite and the trade union's office. Okay, so this is the Northampton Suite over here, trade union's office. They are, I think, doing a meeting over here. So that's 12. Okay, so they are doing, this is actually where I went and sat my exams. So I have access to over, you can see over here. So the cool thing is these doors actually slide open. So you can see that that's how they make the rooms into separate rooms. It was pretty much over here. I remember right over here. sitting my exam right over here, and they had opened this door as well, the sliding door. It slides open from both sides, and as you can see, they have the chairs here. So they pretty much finished the resits last month, so that's why I think everything is pretty much over here. Let's take a look at the other side. So okay, this is the committee room, another small room, trade unions office over here. The union's office is there. I'm not sure what this room is there. And it's the same office over there. Then that's pretty much it for this part over here. Okay, so you're not actually allowed to go through those doors, I don't think. So let's take a look at the final part over here. Okay, so these are alarmed, and there's one elevator that goes through all of the floors. Let's take a look at this last part over here. As you can see, you can just keep climbing up the stairs really until you get to the top. So this is level 6. So these are the library services. You can see that it's going down. And I think you need a card to get in here. Staff only. That's pretty much it for this floor. The last floor, let's take a look. And this just leads to the roof of the building. As you can see, this is probably only allowed by authorized staff to come up here and do any cleaning. Okay, so let's take a trip back down. Okay, so we have made our way back downstairs. Okay, so that's leading to Tait, and now we're gonna go over to the Drysdale building over here. This we'll get back to over here later. Okay, so if you want to get to the Drysdale, it's through here. Yep, as you can see, we're going to Drysdale building over here, and it is lettered E. So if you are looking for the Drysdale building on your timetable and you see the letter E, it is referring to the Drysdale building. Okay, so before we go over here, upstairs to Students' Union, and on the left side over here seems to be a center. I'm not exactly sure what this center is. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what this center is. Okay, so so this, I'm guessing, is just a common room for students. Okay, this leads to the Centenary building, which I will go to later, but this is irrelevant here, so let's leave.
However, when a student comes to the union, they will literally go up those stairs. They won't come this way, they won't substitute this way.
So the way that we just
Yeah, so you literally just go through there,
so now we're gonna take a left. Before we actually go here, let's take a look over here. See what's over here. So it's access. Okay, so some rooms you actually have to book, and I'm guessing this is one of the booking rooms. Yeah, and they've done a nice little logo for the toilet there. So let's go back out here. Unless you are booking a room, you probably won't need to use this space. So let's go over to the Drysdale building. Okay, let's start with downstairs first, and then we'll move upstairs. You have a toilet over there for men's. You have another one for women. Okay. So this leads to the business school, but it is nonetheless Drysdale. Actually, rather Drysdale's downstairs if you do want to get to the business school. We will come here later and I'll show you everything around there. I'll come here later and I'll show you after, but let's go through Drysdale first. Drysdale is more of an engineering room, or at least when I came here for my studies and I had some sessions, I was down there. Now we are going to the lower ground, and as you can see, there's a lot of stairs here, and so don't be surprised if you find yourself sweating. Okay, so because no one's really having access to this area, the lights are actually off. So let's go through here. And I'll show you where this leads, which will lead to a very familiar place. So, okay, so the first thing is, let's take a right turn. This is room ELG. So E is Drysdale, LG is lower ground. So this is just a room over here. And they are doing a session over here, so I am not gonna go in there. So they were doing a session there, so I'm not gonna go over there. Okay, so this leads to rooms that you can use. They're computer rooms that at the moment the staff are using. But students also use this. I did use this for some of my engineering classes. You can see that the classes are going on. They actually look like classes, but it's not. Okay. So that is toilets over there. Okay. So this is access to another set of rooms over here. Okay, so the rooms are labeled so you can see. This is another lecture theatre over here. And if you do want to exit this part of the building, you can go to over here, which will lead to the toilets. And what do you know? We have another set of staircases over here. You also, on this side over here, have access to some lockers. And then you can see that this is another room. I think this is the same room, but on the other side. Yeah, so this is just the other entrance to this. Okay. You have a lift over there, and you have doors over there that are closed. So let's do the first thing, which is go through the staircases and see where they lead to. They look very similar to the other staircases. Okay, so okay, we are actually in the business. Actually, no, this is still Drysdale, but this okay, so this is the same building, so we'll go over to the other side and I'll show you what this area looks like. So you do before one of my projects, the assessments to one of the sessions we were doing, we came here and we were using these tables to test the robot car that we were assigned to do some the assessment for. Then you have access to more computers over here. This is leading to another room. As you can see, this is what the room looks like. It's yet another computer room, and I think one of my sessions was actually done here. If you look over here, it's the same thing that was in the lecture theatre. It's a card it's a card reader. You swipe it and it will tell the system that you have attended. Printer for student access there again. Let's turn the lights on. Actually, you can't turn the lights on. Okay, so just more computers over here. Okay, and this is just, that was EGO4, I was in EGO3 over here, so it's pretty much going to be the same layout. You can actually go upstairs here, which is what I'm going to show you. Okay, so if this door ever is shut, just push it to open. In this case, it is open. This is okay. So this is another area where you can chill. The vending machine over there, seating area over here. And now let's take a look upstairs. Those are the other rooms, the computer rooms that you can use. And I'll show you where that door leads to. So, this computer's over here. Okay, so it's pretty much just a big computer section over here. If you want a bit more quiet, secluded area, you can come over here. And remember, this is the Drysdale building still. And then you also get a view from the balcony. So EGO6, they're all just computer rooms. So if you want to go back downstairs but don't want to go all the way from that side, you can just take a left turn over here. Okay, now we will be going out of this little area over here. As I'm doing these tours, there are actually a lot of places that I'm seeing for the first time as well, so I'm kind of going with the flow. But as a new student, you will be in a similar position, so I want you to know that it's actually not that daunting. You just need to look at the signs and just find your way around. Okay. So if you do want to leave this part and go back to the staircase, you would need to actually go through here, but I don't have a card. But do you remember it leads down to all those stairs? So I'm gonna pop myself onto the other side now. Okay, we are now on the other side. And now we are going to go back down the stairs. So we went to the left side over there. We are now going to go over to the right side, and you'll see exactly where this ends up. So there are a lot of sessions going on at the moment, and you can see that there's rooms over here that are being occupied over here. And you can see that there's, at the moment, there's sessions going on here. Okay, so if you carry on going forward, we will come to this area, which is around where the Tait building is. So let me go upstairs. And we were here in the previous part where we went to the engineering area. But if you do want to go through these rooms, you'll see that there are actually rooms over here where sessions are going on. So I couldn't actually show you that part because apparently for today, it just happened to be that they were doing some sort of massage thing. And I thought it would have been pretty weird to get that. So that area over there behind me, I'll show you it. So over here usually leads to there's a lecture room it leads to, and some other rooms that they have some sessions over there. So, and when you do exit down there, it will lead to the same part over there that I came through. So it's all connected in that regard. That's pretty much it with regards to the Drysdale building. It wasn't as much as the Tait building. It's just between two other buildings. So we are now going to go to the college building next. So stay tuned for the next part. Okay, to start this part, this is the Drysdale entrance. Before you get to the Drysdale, over here, this actually is a restaurant slash cafe for students. But as you can see, they're literally redoing the whole thing. So I won't have access to that today. So when you're going on to the opposite side, this is now where you are getting to the college building. So let's make our way over there. So as you can see, out over here is the Northampton Square area, and that leads to the Tait, and is the Drysdale building over there as well. So onto the college building. Okay, so this is a study space for students. You can see over here that around the study season, exam season, this place can get pretty packed, and it is a nice different place compared to the other ones. These are the quiet study areas in case you just want to do some individual studying. I'm pretty sure last time they had computers here, but I think they've gotten rid of them now. Yeah, I did think they had computers here. Yeah, I must have gotten rid of them. Fair. So this is what it looks like. Again, this is the quiet study area. And this is just if you want to hang out with your friends, do some group studying. This is what the place looks like. Okay, so so over here, that is just, I think, the exit to the quiet study area just over there. Yep, that's the quiet study area. I'm not exactly sure what's over there. Out here you can see is, that's part of the Northampton Square, and this is a residential area. Okay, so college building is labeled with A. So anytime you see an A is referring to this building over here. And there are other exits as well that I'll show you. This is what one of the rooms looks like. Some of the rooms in here are quite small. Okay, before we go up the staircase, I want to show you around the perimeter, which is from here. And you can end up over there as well. Again, you have lockers on that side. And in case you are lost, you have a big board that tells you everything where it is. So, and it even tells you the different buildings as well as the rooms. So there's a lot of lecture theaters over here and meeting rooms as well. So let's go take a look. So I'm not going to do this for every single room, otherwise it would be quite long. But as I walk past, you might be able to see some of the letters on both sides, the rooms. Okay, so you have toilets over there and you have another room over here. At this moment, it is very quiet because I don't think there are many sessions that are happening over here compared to the main building, the Tait building. That is pretty much the main building for the university, and a lot of the welcome events happen in that area. Okay, you can also go downstairs. I'll go there afterwards. Okay. Okay, this is just another quiet area, and they actually even have some artifacts here, so let's take a look. If you think you can read that, that looks quite nice. And you also have this and this. Okay, so this is just another quiet area of the building. I don't think there's too much that happens here. I'm not exactly sure what that room is. I have never seen it before, but actually there is a lecture theatre that's on that side, so I will get to that part afterwards. Okay, so that lecture theatre is actually called the Great Hall, and I'm going to show you that now. So if you did want to go there, you would have to go through here. So, but they have actually locked the door. Actually, no, they haven't. Next time you go through a door, check if it's a push or pull one. Okay. You have the student card over there. And you have access to it. Yeah. So they've actually closed the steps today. But they actually do pull out. But yeah, so this is pretty much what it looks like. So this is pretty much what the whole building looks like. The room looks like. It's actually quite a lot bigger than the other Oliver Thompson one. I only realize it when you're here now actually. But yeah, some of your lectures will be over here. So I'm just gonna turn back out. They are actually doing a lot of road works outside. Okay, that leads to the downstairs area, which I said I was going to go to afterwards. But if you want to go back to the beginning, then they'll be around here. So this is a school office. I'm guessing it might just be for this building. As you can see, there are a lot of other centers, student centers, and relevant areas scattered around the whole university because, well, the university is so big, you might need different areas, but they might refer you to one of those areas. For example, the one in the Tait building or the Drysdale, wherever it was. Okay, and that's pretty much it. This now goes to the beginning of this building, the first floor actually. Okay, so that downstairs part that I was referring to earlier, I will show you after. But first, let's go to the second floor. If you are going to walk on these steps, be careful to not walk on the right side fully, walk on this side because the steps are wider over here. Okay. Okay, so now we have more lecture rooms over here. So before we go there, let's take a look over here. So on the lower floor, this is the this was the exit and entrance to the building, but you don't have that over here because we are on the next floor. This is just another room over there, water fountain. I'm not really sure what subjects these rooms are used for. It's because sometimes in my engineering, we had to come over here as well. So I'm assuming maybe for other subjects as well, it's kind of scattered. Okay, I'll show you where this leads. That will go to downstairs, which is the floor we were on before. That will go to the next floor. The spiral staircase is just another one of the staircases that just leads to the different floors. Okay. Okay, this over here is an office, so let's see if we have access to it. Probably not. Yep, as suspected. This is probably for staff. Okay, so now we are back in the beginning. So it's like a triangle shape. Okay, so let's now go over to the next floor. Spiral staircase again. Okay, I think this is now, well, that goes to the roof, I think. Look, you can't even see up there. That's the roof of this building. So Okay, so this is just the final part of this building, or actually not really, it's actually the final part in terms of upstairs. Then we have to go all the way downstairs, but this area here is just more of a department of computer science. So I think they have a room over there. This is a PC lab. Okay, so I think this might be more computer science related. Okay, so where does this lead? Okay, this is a quiet study area for anyone who's doing comp sci. Let's see if we can get a view inside. Not too much. Okay. Send the elevator over there. Okay, another set of elevators over here. Okay, so let's take a look at what's upstairs over here. Where there's gaps between the stairs, just mind your step, because if your shoe gets stuck there, you're gonna trip pretty bad. So I'm actually not sure what's up here, so let's take a look. A lot of these are card. They have a card, but it is just another room, I guess. See if we can get anything. Not really. See if we can open the door. Nope. Okay, so down we go. If I had access to a card, I would have shown you inside a few more rooms, but the purpose of these videos is just mainly to show you just around the university rather than actually the room itself. Okay, yeah, I remember this room. This room is, I had to come here once because my card wasn't really working properly. And yep, again, need access to that particular room. But that's the room there. I think I had to come here, it was one time for my card wasn't working properly. I think it was the third year, so it had expired and I needed to get like an extension added because I had resets that I needed to do, and I didn't have access to other parts of the university. So now we go back. This one doesn't really have a full circle. That being said, when I did come up to the floor, I did turn left, so I'm gonna turn right to see what's there. But you can see the format of the floors is pretty much the same. It's like a triangle sort of shape. So let's take a look over here. That is where I came through. Let's take a look over here, see what's here. I'm gonna assume there's more rooms over here. Yep, A305, A306. That's quite a wide room, isn't it? You can see it. Let's see if we can get in there. No, they've closed it off, but it looks quite wide. Okay, so these, I'm not exactly sure where they lead to. Okay, so these are just rooms that, comp sci rooms, that just lead elsewhere. And now that's pretty much it for this building from the ground floor when you enter. So I'm just gonna zip and go down to the bottom part. Okay, so we have now just come down the staircase to the lower part. So let's take a look over here. What do we have over here? So more lecture rooms. What do you know? Okay, so let's go take a look. So you can see it says AG, that means it's ground. Okay, I think that's a exit to the building. I'm not sure if you can use it though. Okay, this is, wow, this brings back memories. This is where I was chilling before my assessment over here. I gave my oral presentation over here in this room, the final year project that I done. So the examiners were sitting right there and I was standing over here and I was giving my presentation to them from this part over here. The desk was facing the other way though, so, but yeah, good times. So if you do have sessions in these rooms, then there's a chance you might be asked to do a presentation, or maybe that was in a particular case that I had to do over there. Okay, so now here's a part that I want to show you. This is now leading to the next exit of the building. Okay, this is closed for this is just another area where you can buy some food. Okay, this is the other exit that requires a card key, but I don't have one. So, see, this is ground over there. Okay, so if you are doing journalism, then there's a chance you'll be in this area here. Again, I don't have a card key, so I can't enter there. I will come through the other side of this just to show you how to get from the outside. Okay, so before I go around, it's just going to loop back around here. As you can see the triangle. I want to go downstairs and show you. This is, I think, where they do music and arts. So let me just take a look down here and show you. Okay. So I've not really been down here properly. I've been down here once just to see what the place was about. So again, in these areas, you're gonna have toilets and you're gonna have toilets and you are going to have just other areas where students can probably just do some quiet study. Okay, so that's a room over there for, and that was a music room over there. This is just more offices that you can utilize. Okay, so let's see over here. Okay, so this area is a performance space. One time I came down here and I saw that people were playing their music. Okay, so okay, you can see that they have a board over here of different people. Okay, that will just lead back upstairs. Okay, so this is maintenance office and post room. That leads to outside. Okay. That leads to outside. Okay, and I've never been here before, so I'm guessing this is where they just have all the props and stuff that students utilize. Okay, production studios. So okay, so this is probably for people who are definitely doing like music or something like that. Again, it'll have on your timetable where you're gonna be, so. this just leads.
What is the number?
1650. So,
This is 16.
and the other is 15. So,
What are we looking for?
We're probably going to circle around back to the beginning. Okay, there you are. You have a lecture room here. So much for a lecture room. I think they're remodeling all this stuff. Okay. So practice room, maybe. Yeah, this is probably for anyone doing drama, anything like that. So they've given enough space for you to do your practicing. Okay, pool. Okay, that door's shut. These are just more offices, and we are probably going to come back round to the beginning. Okay, that's to go upstairs. Green room, okay. And this is actually the way out. So okay. So we are gonna go back upstairs, and that's pretty much it. So you circled right back around. We are just gonna go back upstairs. And there you have it. This is pretty much for the college building. So I'll just show you outside the perimeter of all these so you see how it's connected. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so the next building we're going to look at is the Rhind building, which is the one that is right behind me over here. So let's get into that. Okay, so the entrance to the Rhind building is through this way. Okay, so they have these entrances over here that are open. I'm going to use this one that is open. You can go through the other one as well. Okay, so this leads down. We'll come here afterwards. Okay, but I'll tell you where this leads. These are just more rooms. Okay, so it leads over here. It leads over here. And there are other rooms over here as well. But I don't think this is the one that we are going to look for at now. So you could go in through there as well. Let me go down first and show you. This is also where I had some of my exams. It was in this building over here. I think my final research one was down here. Okay. So you have this building over here. I think over here is lecture rooms and toilets. Okay, so I think this one is a lecture room, and this is what the lecture room looks like. So it's quite a big one, and as you can see, they've opened the shutter so you can see that there's a lecture room over there as well as over here. Okay, student card to sign in. These doors are a little bit more heavy. Okay, and then these are the toilets over here, water fountain. Yep. Okay. Now I'll show you the back. Okay. So again, this is another This is what this room looks like over here. Then you have another room over here, which is the same room that I was looking at before. Yep, it's just another entrance to the room. And then you have these rooms over here. This is just another one. You can see over here. We have elevators here. Let's see if we can enter this room. Because this room door is actually locked. Yeah, so that's it for the downstairs. Okay, we're gonna go upstairs now. Okay, so I want to show you what the upstairs looks like. It's just more lecture rooms and workshop rooms. As you can see, lecture room here. And the entrance over there. As you can see, it's just more rooms over here. Let me get a view from the other side. Okay, so usually this is when I came here. First, this is where they done the student cards. It was over here. And you can see same thing up there. So I won't go through all the stairs because it's quite tiring, but this is pretty much it for the Rhind building. I could show you that little passage downstairs that I was in. So let's go there now. By the way, this is another area where you can chill. I remember waiting on one of these tables when I was going to get my student card. Okay, it's this area. Okay, so let's see what rooms these are. So you can see Rhind is labeled with F. Okay. Yep. Just a seating area here. So this leads to the actual street, which you can see is over here. And elevator is there. Let's go back in. Just want to show you a little bit through this building here. Okay. As you can see, this is what one of the rooms looks like. And you also have one over here. This is what one of the rooms looks like. So this is just a toilet here, fountain. There's actually, one second, there's a door that's open here. Oh, that's another toilet over there. Okay, faster. Okay, and then this pretty much leads to that door, which then, what do you know, we have more steps. Okay, so this is level 1. More toilets here. So let's take a look at what's over here. So it is more rooms, and these are seminar rooms. This is what it looks like. This seminar room over here. They do have a lot of toilets in this building. Okay. Way out to the lift is over here, but it is just more or less the same when it comes to these rooms. So I'm not exactly sure that this will lead to the main part of the building, which is those big steps that we were going through, but this door. Okay. That's floor number 1. So if you want to go to the next floor, you'll just go up the stairs, and I'm sure that will lead to the same areas. So let's go back down. As you can see, it says ground 0. This says no authorized persons allowed. And yep, it's locked. If the door doesn't open, press the button. Now we're back down here. And again, it's the same street. So we're back out here again. So if you want to get out of this little section of the building, you'll just go around back here. And there you have it. That's pretty much the whole Rhind building. It's labeled F. Okay. So that is pretty much it when it comes to the Rhind building. So now what I want to do is show you the perimeter of the actual building so you know how each of the buildings is connected. Okay, so we are outside of the Tait building, and now I'm going to show you the perimeter of the whole university. So this is the Tait building, and if you want to go inside of this building, you can go through over there. Okay, apparently I must have said it wrong earlier, but it's Drysdale. So the entrance to the Drysdale is over there. You can go through with your student card. Okay, so coming up is actually the Centenary building, which is the building that I actually couldn't get into because I need a student card, and inside the building I didn't really know how to get there. So let me show you outside how to where it is. So you have the Drysdale building over here. This is where they import the goods. Up over there you can see goods entrance. I was down there earlier, and here it is. Here's the Centenary building. So you can see that if you have your card, you just put it in over here, swipe it over there, and then you'll get access to, well, it says lecture theatres over there. So if you're wondering where it is, it's actually between the college building, which we're getting to, and the Drysdale building. Okay, now if you are coming to the university through Angel Station, the station is actually to the right over there. So you'll have to walk about 10 minutes, just a straight path. But you come over here at just outside of the Rhind building. You can see there's actually a Sainsbury's local just over there. And then you would basically go over there to the station. So moving on. There was a Rhind building, we were there earlier. The entrance is that side over there, and we are now coming up to the college building on the left. So okay, as you can see, they're doing a lot of works over here. So I think they're trying to buff the place up, but here's the entrance. I was also here earlier, and I am now going to take a left turn coming up. I think this over here is the student is where the students live. I think it's this building over here. I'm not exactly sure because I've only heard that there's a place around here, so I'm guessing maybe the ones under construction, same as the university, are also the student dorms, and if they are, then you live literally right next to the university. Okay, so now we are going to turn, and you will see that we will get to the Northampton Square, which is the nice park area that not only is open to the public but also the university students have. So you can see over here It's alongside the residential area over here. I will pop in between because it still leads to the same point. Okay, so you can see here, this is the college building over there, over here, and this is now getting to, I think this might be the Drysdale, or is building B, it's in between. So okay, before I quickly finish the perimeter, let me just show you inside of this little park area. You can see that there's benches and stuff for people to just sit on rather. Okay, so this is what the park looks like. Okay, so you have this little thing in the center, and there's different exit points and entry points as well. So you saw one of them was just over there, another one is over there as well, and then you get a nice view of the university as well, just over here. Okay, now to finish the perimeter, we are going to exit through the same way that we came through. Okay. Okay, then you'll see the residential area on the right side. You will see on the left side is more entrances to the Tait building, and we are now almost at the end of the perimeter. You can see building over here. Okay, so from the road, just take a right turn, left turn. So there you have it. That is the full tour of the City University of London. So for any of you new students who are trying to find your way around the university, I hope this video has been very helpful. I tried the best I could to get as many places as possible. I don't have a card, so I lacked a lot of access to many areas, but nonetheless I still managed to get whatever I could. So again, I hope this video was helpful, and if you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate if you could like it and share it with anyone who could benefit from it. And I do wish that your university life goes well and make the most of it. Take care.